Hey guys, so we're back with another video. This time we'll be talking about the Grammys. Like I said, a lot happened at the Grammys night. A lot of people won, and a lot of people that I expected that they were gonna win didn't win. And there's also shocking moments as well. Like I say, for an example, Miley Cyrus winning her first Grammy. It's kind of weird to me because I always thought that Miley Cyrus had at least 9 or 8 Grammys, if I'm not mistaken. So when I heard this was her very first Grammy, I was like, huh? Like I was kind of shocked. So let's look through it just a little bit. It's pretty strange, but yeah, the biggest win was for the night. So yeah, for actresses and singers, a lot of people won, and some people didn't win anything. Like for an example, like I mentioned, Miley Cyrus got um first paired Grammy artist ever. She won her first Grammy, and it's cool because Mariah Carey came in and awarded her the Grammy, and it's crazy. Like it's pretty insane to think about because, like I said, I always thought that she had a lot of Grammys. So the fact that this is her very first one is kind of interesting. So another person that received I think she received record of the year for best solo performances. Flowers. It was a very good song. And like I said, this is where the controversy came from. Taylor Swift won her 14th or 13th Grammy for Anti-Hero, and she won another Grammy for Album of the Year. And what's her name? She did the Barbie movie, and Best New Artist goes to Victoria Monet. The Hood Mama song, it was pretty good. It was a very catchy song. SZA took for best R&B song and the best dual pop performances as well. And those who super grew, like it's a lot of people who won that. And best urban contemporary for best new country album, it's a lot. I think that what separate the Grammys this year is that, again, like Jay Z mentioned, and I'm gonna mention that Taylor Swift have now won her fourth album of the year, making it a historic moment. And a lot of people mentioned that she kind of like when she was presented the album of the year by Celine, which that's another highlight. A lot of people miss Celine Dion from the stage presence. So when she actually showed up to come out to actually present that, I feel like that was kind of rude of Taylor Swift of not actually acknowledging Celine Dion, and then her team kind of find a way to show that it wasn't intentional. But only God knows, because some people, they won't acknowledge you even when you exist. It's when you're actually not here, that's when people want to pretend to acknowledge you. So that's something. And it's like, it's crazy. It goes to show that the Grammy awards, especially the prestige awards, only goes for artists that are in a same complexion, skin complexion. Because when you think of that, artists that haven't won album of the year, even though that certain artists, I think, me personally, I felt as if last year's Grammy should have, especially the album of the year, should have went to Renaissance. Even if it would have been one time, that would have better cemented the album. Because it's weird because everything in the album, people appreciate it. But when it came to giving album of the year to Renaissance, it felt like nobody didn't want to give that gratitude to it. And the first thing I think they mentioned on the Twitter feed, they said that the Grammy board said that it's because Beyonce has won too much award. That's why we can't give her album of the year. But let's think of it like this. It could say the same thing about Taylor Swift as well. Like, she won album of the year 4 times. I feel in my gut that they try to make sure that Taylor Swift get the same amount of Grammys as Beyonce, so that way when the day comes to actually give her album of the year, they will just either snub it right in our faces or try to pretend to give her album of the year. Because now they're prepping Taylor Swift up to be the next face of music, which they always do, because they need a other counterpart to a African American counterpart or even a black artist. They always need a counterpart to their peers in order for them to combat each other. You know, from the Renaissance to the Eras tour, a lot of people had the comparison. Even you had celebrities that were comparing Renaissance to Eras tour or Taylor Swift to Beyonce. But then again, those artists are completely different out of each other's leagues, and that, one would do more than other, and whereas what one struggled to do, the other one could do much better. Like, for an example, Taylor Swift have a bigger demographics when it comes to her Caucasian peers, right? Her Caucasian audience. That's where her demographic lies. Whereas Beyonce, she has a plethora of different types of people that is in her demographics. And I think with the new upcoming project she is working on still, because Renaissance is still not over, this might be a better opening for her to captivate more. I think she did a part of that. I remember I would love to see her cover a opera album, or even a well, she tried that a little bit, I would say. From Lemonade, she tried to cover country, and I predict that her next album will definitely be country, because there's been a lot of promotion from the Black is King album. We saw that Beyonce was riding horses, and there's a lot of depiction of connection leading up to Renaissance. So I truly believe that whatever she's gonna be doing next in the upcoming weeks or more, I think she might release a separate album from the trilogy album, which might be a Destiny's Child um, album, which, as we know from the Renaissance film, she did meet up with the original Destiny's Child to make sure that whatever they plan, it might be like a new album, that it's like a returning album. It would be cool to see her go back to her roots and regroup the team and make like a DC tour once again, but this time the all five ladies. Other that, like I said, the Grammys had a lot of things, and like I said, I will be playing the little snippet of Jay-Z mentioning once he received his Dre Impact Award, when he mentioned that. And like I said, there was a funny scene in the Grammys. Fantasia was paying tribute to the great um, Tina Turner, and that while she's performing, Dua Lipa was dancing, and Blue is looking at Dua Lipa like, "What is she doing?" And Jay Z looked at Beyonce, and Beyonce like trying to not cover by the camera. She's like, she literally like turned away, like she didn't want to catch it. It's like she's like saying that, I can't even have a moment to even laugh, because it's like it's very cringe, because it's like she's looking at things and she's trying to find a way to not be seen too much. But it's kind of funny. It shows that everybody is human. Everybody has their humor, and I think that's pretty cool to see that. Other artists. It's cool to see artists protect their privacy, but at the same time, sometimes let go of their guards to be human. And I think that's a pretty cool thing. But like I said, this was my take on the Grammys. I felt as if they really want artists, especially black artists, to really care about the whole Grammys, they will definitely need to find a way to basically, you know, they need to definitely find a way to change that for the better. Because if they don't, it's not going to make sense whatsoever. So, like I said, guys, like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll definitely see you guys in the next video. The next video might be a track and field video. So I can't wait to see you guys soon. And like I said, be safe. And like I said, we will be covering more from the Super Bowl ad and our connection to the Renaissance. Like I said, it is still continuing on the channel. Our next phase will be talking behind the scenes about the stage and the design and everything. So there's so much coming, guys. Also, track and field will be incorporated into the whole lineup, so nothing gets missed out. Like I said, it's a lot to cover, and I know that you guys have been such patient with me because I'm also still going to school. My semester still haven't ended yet, so I'm doing the best I can to manage all that. But like I said, I promise you guys that this year is going to be a very, very fun year, and I hope that you guys stick around. And like I said, if you guys are interested in my channel, give my channel a chance. You could go check out what I have to offer and leave a comment. I always find a way to read all my comments. And, we're going to have fun on this channel, especially it's an Olympic year. Can't wait to make some predictions leading up to the Paris Games. So, like I said, guys, see you guys soon. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.